guess what? It's just in time. 7 hours into the stream, guys. We are here
What's
with
up?
the PanNerdia Podcast.
What's up, dudes and dudettes, and anything else that you feel comfortable going by? Congratulations on being a human, and welcome to PanNerdia Podcast number 7. Correct, sir?
PanNerdia Podcast number 7. You are right. A day early. I actually have El Gato still put up, so hold on. Let me get that out of here. And turn on my background, which I don't have on. That's great.
That's what happens when you shoot through the sky, shoot through the space, the orbit, the place where you penetrate the galactic membrane of something that was there before, or maybe it's just the beginning, we don't even know.
We don't even know. I mean, where does this begin and end, right? And speaking of beginnings, not endings though, in this particular matter, but beginnings of PanNerdia.
The beginnings of PanNerdia.
And where this journey began, kind of what eventually rolled, what thing was developed, and then it got molded into what PanNerdia is now. Kind of like a little idea that was sparked through another event. And though we've kind of beat around the bush here and there in the PanNerdia Podcast and other gameplays about channels that we did in the past, I think we can disclose and kind of talk about that a little bit. Not too crazy. We won't get crazy personal with some of the details of why it dismantled, but we will say that, you know, we were part of another podcast crew, another YouTube crew that we made with another member at one point, and it was called Kunk X3.
Right.
That was our humble beginnings in general in the YouTube world, right? We did all sorts of things. We gamed there.
Yeah.
We did a lot of art there. We wanted to do art, but we never got. We wanted to do a lot of stuff. We wanted to game. We wanted to podcast.
We did podcasts. We did gaming. We did, mainly just had fun.
Yeah,
and
it was a lot of fun.
we it was all about creation. What was it?
I forget now. We had our three.
We had
concepts.
like a three kind of concept.
Yeah, we were trying to set up. It was really good practice for like getting a grip of what it would take to actually do like a YouTube channel.
Yeah, and it was our first experience with that situation.
It was, yeah, very, very much from scratch. It kind of built up. Focused way more on games than anything else, but we had a weekly podcast that went live. And we did some reviews and stuff. We had fun, and ultimately, it was a jumping stone because what it did is though it didn't end the smoothest, and we're not the happiest about how it did, but hey, we lived, we learned, and through that, I still had this creative passion and drive to keep working on these channels, and especially with the art. I pushed the art on Kunk X3 a lot. I wanted the idea of it, but it has never got through. There's too many deciding heads, I think, at that point. And just kind of skewed visions of what the channel, the kind of idea of what that channel could have been. It was too skewed and spread across the board. Nobody wanted to really focus in on exactly what it needed to be.
We all had our ideas, and it was a lot of work on you, and it was a lot of work, just...
Right.
It was just a lot of work.
I think me and you actually had... Our ideas were more similar than the other effect, and then you were just really busy.
Yeah.
The one who could have helped more wouldn't, and blah, blah, blah. We won't get into it. Ultimately, though, it just ended up kind of crumbling.
Right.
But we learned a lot from it. And ultimately, after that happened, I was like, I still need to do this. And so I went full force with the art and continuation of the nerdy stuff with PanNerdia.
Right, and I think doing that was a good idea because you have complete creative control on your product,
Yeah.
And that's how a YouTube channel should be ran. You have to have somebody with the say so.
Yeah, just especially if they have that creative drive and presence, and that's what I had, man. It was just I just needed it to keep going, and it was just getting held back, and now it's it is what it is. A year later,
Flourishing. I mean, this is the PANNIVERSARY.
It's PANNIVERSARY, man. We're like I said, over 7 hours into this bad boy now. At this point, me and Robert are flying through hyperspace. Is how crazy it's getting.
I mean, we are flying through hyperspace. I mean, how honestly, how does it feel like from going from here? If you look back in time, where we were all gathered around the counter with our computers and stuff sitting on the counter.
Oh yeah, the counter. That's what we call it. We call it the counter cast.
The counter cast. I mean, look at your.
So where I have now.
You got the whole studio basically.
I mean, if you guys are fans of PanNerdia, you saw the studio tour, but if you haven't, it's really cool setup. I got a nice L desk that's right here. I got my screen surrounding us, like panoramic view. I got my mic on its arm. I can move it back and forth. It's just I've kind of streamlined, no pun intended, my streaming room / art room.
You've made it more efficient and more usable.
Right.
User friendly.
And it's definitely a lot of people say you don't need a lot of crazy stuff to do this. And you really don't. But I think nowadays with it being so oversaturated with people trying to do this, you need things to increase your proficiency to make you the best you while doing this. And this stuff is making me the best me. I mean, I can already see everything improving. Obviously I have my skills to bring to the table with art and everything, but as far as like things running smoothly, me able to bust out products quicker with having a full-time job, it's the best possible layout I could have. You know what I'm saying?
He's got the whole setup.
And I'm stoked, man. Yeah.
Doing a great job with this, and I just see nothing but better things for you.
I appreciate it, man. I mean, we got CommandCon coming up too, and
CommandCon, yeah. That's
been a big focus of this channel. I mean, like I said before, the main focus of this channel was to not only show the artistic mindset that I have, being an artist, but also the nerdy mindset that I have, being an ultra nerd, man. I mean, I love all things nerdy. Obviously, there's certain franchises and stuff I'm not the biggest fan of, but ultimately I can appreciate it all because it all comes from a source of creativity, which I think is like the core of what this channel is about. And even what is the core of what the name of the channel, if you're wondering, what's the origin of the name of PanNerdia?
It was just an idea that you had. Remember we were talking about, I remember texting you and being like, I remember throwing names at you and stuff, because we were going back and forth, like, what about this, what about this, what about this, and you sent me that one. I was like, that one's pretty cool, and you're like, yeah, I really like that one, because you were talking about the meaning of it and how the word pan, or the prefix pan, is like an omnidirectional sort of everywhere, in every direction, every speed, every everything, every frequency. It's like pan represents everything.
Yeah, it's pretty much the all-encompassing idea. And
everything nerdy.
Everything nerdy, and it's a pun of the word panspermia, which is essentially the idea of how essentially it's based off of a fungal idea of how fungus actually can live in fungus can live in outer space on asteroids, and it can essentially spread to different places and live there. And once it usually does, the spores go everywhere. It's everywhere. Funny word, spermia, which means just essentially ejecting everywhere. Yeah, I know it's funny. It really is. It's kind of funny in that sense too. But essentially, it goes back to the fungal idea, though, that spores can go everywhere and gets everywhere, and to the point where it can go even in space and continue to spread. PanNerdia, everything nerdy, the spreading of nerdiness. Yes. Especially with art, because I think art pretty much, it's like the core of nerdiness. I mean, it's how comics and video games are made, is with art. It's how creative writing is how they make these amazing stories like Lord of the Rings and Star Wars, and you get it all through writing and imagination and creativity. Right. And that is all art, and it all comes down to PanNerdia. Everything is art, everything is nerdy. Welcome to PanNerdia. Yeah,
boom.
That's the name, guys.
Imagine this. You walk into your room.
Yes.
You grab that box of nerds that you got from the theater. That's a big box. You open the top of it and you sling it across your room. There's nerd everywhere.
Panspermia of nerds, PanNerdia.
There's nerd everywhere, and let's go find those little nerdy spots and pick them up and eat them.
Little morsels. Pete says, yes, the walls are balls of awesome sauce. Oh, you're talking about the walls in the studio? Yes, I have all my paintings and artwork around them, and sound stuff, which I'm gonna soundproof more and put more artwork up, so it'll be even awesome. And even got a galaxy in my room. It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
In my studio. And that's what the big thing. You guys saw the studio tour. The big thing of getting this new place. Granted, I struggled to get the new place. Finally did. Was to have another room just for my studio. But Pete also says the origin of pan is Greek for everything. Yes, it is. It is a Greek word. PanNerdia. So yeah, guys. I mean, like I said, we started off. We had a soft open on YouTube with the Walker Talkers, our Walking Dead review show, which we will be going to after we get done with our Twitch marathon today. But we started with that. You guys saw in the last little montage the very first Walker Talkers episode. Actually, the very first video PanNerdia ever did, which is pretty cool. The soft opening.
That's where it started.
That's where it started.
That's where it started, right
with
there.
The Walker Talkers. It was what needed to happen at that point, right? And then from there, we moved on. We ended up doing the Blastacular, and before you knew it, I was doing my first painting for KamehaCon. And I mean, that's pretty much been the main focus since. Obviously, I still have all my games. We still do our card openings. We have our podcasts. We have reviews, you know, between The Walking Dead, Westworld, Sharp Objects, the Dragon Ball Super Brawly movie. I have a special announcement at the end of this, as well as I'll re-announce it on the Walker Talkers night of another show we will be reviewing in this coming season. But as we're talking about, KamehaCon. The main journey, man. I mean, what the big focus has been, all my time lapses, me even painting, started with my giant, 4.5 by 6 foot painting.
Right.
Of Goku.
I've been showing that thing
Ultra
off
Instinct
to everybody.
I'm glad, man. I'm happy.
Anytime I bring up you, I go and show that painting, that time lapse.
Dude, it was a good way to start it off, I would say.
It's
like that.
Impressive right off the bat. Boom! Look at this.
Start off with a bang, man.
Take a look at this.
And that's how I got into KamehaCon, because I already planned on doing it, but I had to get into it, and I didn't have much merch, so to speak, that I was going to sell at the artist booth. So I had to put something out there, made that, sent it to them, and they accepted me for the artist booth, man. And I paid the table fees and stuff, and it's just after that, man, I'm already it's 22 paintings in or something like that into it. It's like 21 paintings later, here I am. You guys can catch all the time lapses on YouTube, but do them here on Twitch. It's been a crazy experience, man. I've loved it so far, and just kind of building a stock for this convention, man. You know.
Yeah. Yep. And you're working hard, man. I mean, it's all coming together. Like you're like stacking up paintings. Like you're running out of places to put them.
I am. Yeah, I am. Without hanging them like in every freaking corner, I am definitely running out of spaces to put them. But hey, most of them are going to be leaving to go to the convention. I'm not taking the big one, but I'm also making prints. So I'll be making, and this will be my first announcement of this, my how much prints I'm going to bring. I'm essentially going to have 24 paintings there, not counting the big one. The big one's not going to be part of it, unfortunately. There will be a print though, but I'll have about 24 paintings. Only about 15 or so of those paintings will be out on display at a time. There will be other 5 or 6 put away to fill in a space somebody purchases, but they'll all be in a portfolio binder on the table. I'll also have prints of most likely the 15 that are up. The first 15, which are my favorite, I'll have prints of those, and I'll do an edition of 8 prints per painting.
So you're gonna have quite a bit there.
Yeah, quite a bit, but I could even have a smaller edition, but I think edition of 8 per painting of prints is what I'm going to have. They're going to be on really nice paper, okay, not just some Kinko's paper. They're going to be professionally done digital prints, hand signed by me, editions of 8 for each of those. I might cut the edition number, or I might cut the amount of paintings that are getting prints, but as we go further, that's what it will be. Most of the prints will be the size of the smaller painting, 16 by 20. I might do a select few larger 2 by 3 prints, but for the most part, even the bigger paintings, I will shrink down to the appropriate size.
Nice.
Proportionally. So the 2 by 3 won't be shrunk down to a 16 by 20. It'll be its proportion, whatever that is. That'll be like an 18 by. That 18 by 36 is 2 by 3, right? No, that's Anyway, I'll figure it out. Without doing math here on the channel. So I'll have those. I'll have some other little goodies you can purchase as well. Have all my information out there. So if you guys are going to be in Irving, Dallas, Texas, from April 12th to the 15th, or to the 14th, I'll be there to the 15th. To the 14th, be sure to come to the Kamea-Con number 2 from April 2019, man. It's gonna be a blast. We're gonna sell a lot of merch, and hopefully. And I think what I'm really going for is I just want to meet other artists. I want to meet people I can collab with, and I want to show people what I can do ultimately. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's gonna be cool.
Pete says that first giant sketch sat waiting, then it and many others exploded boatloads of greatness via your canvas action. Kamea-Con should be proud to have you. I'm hoping, man. I'm real excited. It's going to be a weight off my shoulder afterwards, but it's just going to continue to push me further. Like, once I'm done with Kamea-Con, I'll still be doing Dragon Ball, paintings, but I'll also, be jumping into doing paintings of other animes. I would love to do My Hero Academia stuff, Yu Yu Hakusho stuff. I'd love to do just all sorts of different anime, and then just do other stuff I want to do. I want to do some more digital art. There'll be a lot of cool stuff. There will even be, I hope so, I hope I'll have it ready. I got the freaking domain name, my website launching after Kamea-Con, or right before it, right around that time, yeah. So once we're all done, you guys can jump over to the main website, get links to all this stuff, as well as check out the merch I got in there. And you can get prints to order. So say if I don't have any edition left, we can do special runs if we need to.
This website's gonna be cool.
It's gonna be dope, man. I'm stoked. I've already been looking at some hosting sites like Squarespace and stuff. Listen to all these podcasts, you get all those percentage off of Squarespace websites and stuff. So having the domain PanNerdia.com, I'm set. I just need to get a good website running with some good shit on it. So that'll be in the horizon as well after Kamea-Con, and what Kamea-Con hopefully will project me into. So yeah, man. And then as far as this channel keeps going, I'm gonna keep trying to plug in some more gaming videos. Always having the art. We got the review shows coming up, which I'll talk about again in a little bit. I'll do the announcement of the next review show we're gonna do. And yeah, I'm just gonna keep trying to fit in as much as I can. Try to make new series. For example, I have the gaming series, A Fighter's Journey, which I really still want to get really good at fighters, but just time gets in the way. I work a full-time job. I do this, and I'm getting ready for Kamea-Con now, which is going to get even more ramped up as I get closer to the convention. That time is just of the essence right now, and it's really hard for me to even find time to play games unless I do it for the channel. And I don't always want to play fighters. Now, since I'm playing Resident Evil 2, I kind of want to keep playing that for a little bit. You know what I'm saying? So I got to be selective. If you guys want to see me keep playing fighters getting better, at least on PanNerdia, I will. You guys just have to let me know. Otherwise, I'll just be practicing on my own time.
Oh, I'd like to see some more fighters.
I would love it. I want to get a nice paddle controller, but I don't know, man. It's all about time, We got space here, but I wish I had more time to do what I want to do. Now, since I'm so forward passionate on what I want to do, it's just like now I just need more time to do it, man.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just glad that we're flying through space backwards. Listen, I'm just glad we're flying through space backwards, because when you look over here, I get a little anxiety. But when I'm looking over here and I'm talking to you guys, I feel like I can really focus on you.
Right. I don't know, man. It just.
But yeah, no. I mean, time's a main factor in everything that you do, and when you want to really achieve something, like I can use this guy right here as a prime example. When you really want to do something that you want to do, You have to literally get tunnel vision on it. You have to get tunnel vision, don't have any distractions, don't have anything trying to pull you back in any other direction or going in any other direction besides the place that you want to be. You know?
I agree, man. It's you gotta use your time wisely, because some people even say they're saying now time is really the only real thing, you know, like with the idea of space and how they're coming out with these multi-dimensions and stuff. The only real dimension they say that has a real factor is time. That's what some people say. Some people don't agree with that, because some people say time is man-made. The concept of how we explain it,
it's
for
man-measured.
Sure is man-measured.
It's
yes.
man-measured.
Yes, the way we measure it.
Time is definitely the most valuable currency in the universe.
Okay, I like that idea.
You know.
Yeah.
Until you can store time in order to use it.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the ultimate. That's the ultimate power you could have in this universe. The ultimate hierarchy that you can have in this universe is to be able to control time.
Yeah, it'd be nice to be hit, right?
Oh man, he's up there.
Yeah, I mean, just it sucks because you think about like, oh man, if I could just like stop time, but then you're like, okay, well, you aging, and there's all these different factors that go into that idea of manipulating time, but it's just, you know, I guess all I could really say is, like, for myself, for example, I want more time to do what I want to do, but you know, it takes a lot of my time up, my full-time job. And you know what this would be awesome? If this whole thing was my full-time job, because then I would have all the time to work on it.
To do exactly what you want to do.
Do exactly what I want to do. And then go do what I want to do that's not actually working too. And it'll get there eventually, but you know, it's just crazy how that works, and it really does govern so much. Like, if anything is controlling me or has controlled me, and you know, they even say this, you can only control yourself. Well, fucking time does not give a crap about that. Even if you are controlling your actions and controlling your, so to speak, destiny by making your decisions and doing and keeping yourself at bay during, like, you know, moments where you can blow or this or that, you're controlling that, and time does not care. Time's still doing what it's gonna do, and it's still gonna be like, well, you gotta be here now, so whatever the fuck's going on, it's gotta wait. And you're just like, fuck. I think that's the most frustrating, you know?
Yeah.
It's interesting, man. Interesting thing, man.
Time. I mean, there's other arguments to time to what I said though. I mean, like, do you live in the moment, or do you have a timeline?
Yeah.
Does what you remember even worth remembering?
Ultimately, because that starts going down to if, you know, your soul retains any sort of energy and memories, and it starts getting into that kind of
genetic memory. You know, I mean,
past life stuff.
Exactly. I mean, we have a history within our own brains of all of our experiences growing up.
Right.
And so at every single moment, who you are as a product of the rest your whole life before that, in that moment, that is who you are in that moment. And those different things that happen throughout your life, you take that and you apply it to every situation before you.
Right.
So definitely when they told you to pay attention to history in school and stuff, I mean, history was almost that, especially like U.S. history, stuff like that, that's exactly like looking at sociology. Yeah. You know, it's you're seeing what these people did and what the result of it was, as far as wars, as far as, you know, any sort of, you know, U.S. history situations with slavery or anything like that. Mm-hmm. It's always a lesson to be learned from something. Right. So, you know, and also in the moment, there's a lesson to be learned from doing good things that are good. Like you focusing on this YouTube channel the way that you have, it has motivated you even more and more and more.
Yeah, I agree.
So you take that past, you use that experience to apply it to the moment, and the moment will create a good feeling which will carry you on to the future.
I like that, yeah. Because ultimately you can't ever worry about the future too much because you never know what it holds. But if you focus on the moment now and try to do your best in it, then it's ultimately just by, the way things work, it will ultimately unfold the way it should. But if you always dwell on the past in a negative way without using it as a constructive look back, build yourself from, kind of see where you went wrong as a degree, versus, little old me, what was wrong is what's holding me back. No, you learn and you improve. And you do that in the moment, and it makes you have a better future. I love it, man. That's a great way of putting it.
I mean, even waking up in the morning and telling yourself, I'm going to drink a glass of water every single morning. Yeah. That's a start. That's a start at recouping your mind into placing it in a direct path of just every moment trying to improve something.
Yeah. Like Hit. Again, we're getting back to Hit. Jeez. He is like an infinitely improving being.
He's able to stop for the moment, or he's able to move within the moment.
Right, exactly. So it's pretty dope, man. I mean, time is of the essence, like we've mentioned before, and it's gonna keep going, and it's not waiting for you. So you gotta do what you gotta do to keep moving, man. Because
you get inside that cannon. And you light your own fuse.
Yeah, because nobody's else is going to light it for you.
Nobody's going to light your fuse. You better get that fuse lit.
So, hey guys, I don't know. I don't know if I really have much more to say. We might end this at 5:30 versus, I think I had it scheduled for 6. Me and him are getting a little hungry. We've been going for almost 7.5 hours now, or I have.
Well, he has, yeah.
But Robert's been going for like 3 now. And I still got some Walking Dead review show later tonight.
Yeah, Pete's gonna come in here and do the damn thing.
Do the damn thing. Pete's gonna come in here and blast. Yeah, Pete's gonna be joining us here over on the YouTube channel for some Walker Talker stuff. But he'll be here about 1.5, 2 hours. So we're going to give ourselves a nice little break. We're going to order some pizza pie, take it easy, kind of kick back, get my eyes a rest for a minute before I come back, plop my butt down, and do some Walking Dead talk. Ooh. So thank you guys so very damn much. Thank you, Robert, too.
Oh, hey, thank you.
For stopping by and hanging out with me today for the 1-year PANNIVERSARY on the PanNerdia Twitch channel. Dude, we had painting. We had time lapses. We had gaming. We had game lapses.
We had game lapses. We
had card pulling.
Card pulling?
We had a montage of sorts.
We had a Dokkan pull.
Dokkan pulls too, yeah. Another montage, and we had a little podcast, kind of talking about PanNerdia, talking about some time, and hopefully being a little motivational to you guys.
Absolutely.
Because you guys have helped me out and got me here, so.
Yep, absolutely. Merry PANNIVERSARY.
Merry PANNIVERSARY. Oh, and here's the announcement, guys, which I will re-announce on the YouTube channel for those who didn't catch it here and those who aren't on Twitch. But once the new season arrives, the new season being the final season of the Game of Thrones, well, PanNerdia will be doing a review of that last season, guys. Because each episode, the 6 episodes of Season 8, will each be like the size of a movie.
Oh, man.
So, it's going to be baller, it's going to be shot caller, 20-inch blades on Impaler. Call her, No, I'm just kidding. But it's going to be great, guys. So, I haven't thought of a name yet, but we are reviewing in full detail with maps and pictures and people and all sorts of stuff. You know how PanNerdia does. For the last and final season of the Game of Thrones. So I hope you guys are here in April. It'll actually be the weekend after. Well, the first episode premieres the weekend at CommandCon. So you guys will get a review the weekend after. Alrighty, guys. Thank you so very kindly, and we'll catch you on the flip side.
Thanks, guys. Peace.
Over on YouTube's. Peace out.
Brr.